Hi, this is Dr. Swanberg, and I wanted to welcome you to English 102 Online. It's quite a class, so if you ever do need my help, don't feel bad about joining in one of my class sessions or the help sessions on Zoom. To get that one-on-one instruction, you may need to do your best in this class. One thing I wanted to do is that each week I'm going to post a little video like this one, walking you through the things that you need to know for the week. I really hope you watch it because I think it'll make things easier for you. All right, so the first thing I need you to know is that this activity stream is probably the first thing you see when you log onto Blackboard, but it's a hot mess. Right now, I've just copied everything in from my previous semester and it's just dumped it on you all at once, including things it's going to tell you are late because they are things that I assigned to my students last semester. Now, as I go through this and change the dates, that'll work, but I just got assigned this course yesterday, and I'm still cleaning up those dates. So the first thing you need to do every single time you log into Blackboard is get out of the activity stream and click on Courses, okay? And then select the course you want to work in. And this isn't true just for my course. This is for any course where you're working online. Ignore that activity stream. Go to your course. The activity stream actually only, I'm going to take you back there for a second. The activity stream actually only tells you about assignments. It doesn't tell you about any of the instructional materials that are there unless I've added them that day. So unless I'm building the whole class 1 week at a time, which I am not, it just wouldn't tell you about any of that stuff. So you'd be missing most of your instruction if you went by the activity stream. So I want you to click on Courses, find the course you're ready to work in, and then click on it. Now, if you're working on a PC like I am, you're going to see these details and actions over on the side, and then you're going to see these modules. If you're working on a smartphone or a tablet, they might be stacked on top of each other, and you might need to do some more scrolling to get from one to the other. I'm going to take you to announcements. We don't have any in there right now as I'm recording, but I'm about to put one in there. I want you to be able to look at those announcements every time you log in, and also make sure that you're checking your Lawson State student email for these announcements, because I do send them to your email as well. Sometimes they might get put in your others folder. I know that mine do, so check there as well. Okay. Hold on one sec. Okay, so in our first week, you're going to start here. You're going to start in the Start Here menu, and you're going to scroll down. Now, the Start Here menu is just for the first week, but it's also where we keep essential information like the syllabus and criterion information and stuff like that. So this is a welcome. This is another video like this one that I'd like you to watch. This is the course syllabus. I want you to read it. It tells you how your grade is calculated and what kinds of classes, what kinds of essays we're going to write. And then there's a quiz that's really just 2 quick questions. Did you read the syllabus and did you agree to the syllabus? And I want you to complete that by the 15th by 8 a.m. so that I can log your attendance. The other work for this week you can take until Wednesday for the discussion board and Sunday for the quizzes, but this needs to be done in time for me to log attendance for you. So please make sure you take care of this right away. There's also some tips for you to learn to navigate an online class. This is really important. I'm going to open this right now. We have a software that's required of us. It's called Criterion Editing Software, and you have to buy it from the bookstore now so that they have time to mail it to you by week 3, which is when we're going to start using it. Okay. And the textbook, there is not a required textbook for this class. The course's readings are provided to you as open source texts for free of charge. So this Criterion software is the only software you're required to buy. And it is under $20. So please go ahead and purchase that right away, even if you have to take an extra babysitting job or rake somebody's yard to earn that money. Okay. All right. There is a quiz about criterion use to take after you have read that. The criterion access information is here with the sign-up code that you need from me. But that sign up code that you need from me is not enough. You also have to purchase the serial number from the bookstore and have them send it to you. So you need these two things together to get signed up for Criterion. This is a master calendar that just tells you the dates that week one begins and ends. I would go ahead and print this out just in case at some point I have not been able to update all of the due dates. You can go by that and know that if it's in week 3, it'll be due by the 31st of January. Okay. This is required computer skills. This is some information on ProctorU and what you're going to need to be able to take your midterm and final. I had a lot of students run into problems at the last minute last semester, and I don't want that to happen to you. So please engage with this, and then check your equipment with the ProctorU now in week 1, and then take the ProctorU readiness quiz. After you've finished all of this, I know this is kind of a lot, but it won't really take as long as you think. After you've gone through this, I want you to explore this. There are some, oh, actually, I'll go over my office hours and contact information. Let's go over that. My information is here. You can always email me. Now, I do want you to use this email address. I know that Blackboard has a message button, but please don't use it. Those emails, when you use Blackboard message function, they don't get to me. It doesn't alert me that you sent me a message. If you use this email, it alerts me immediately, and I can respond immediately most of the time. Now, I work from 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. And during those times, I can respond to your email right away. At other times, there may be a delayed response if I'm busy taking care of my family or sleeping. You know, I sleep. Phone number. This is a Google Mail, Google Voice phone number. It's available to you between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. on Monday through Friday. I don't answer calls from this number after hours. And I get a little, you know, it's a work number. Please respect the work hours, please. Generally, email is preferred and faster because I can usually answer an email even if I'm in a class. I can answer an email real quickly, but I certainly can't take a phone call. So you get a much faster response that way. I do have office hours, which means that you can set up a time to meet with me any afternoon between 12 and 3. If you send me an email and ask for that, and we would meet in Zoom for that office hour. But I'm also offering some standing times where I just plan to be in Zoom if you want to come in and have a lecture. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those times to record things to help you. Even if it's an empty Zoom room, I'm going to record some tutorials for you and include them in that week's class. Okay. Now, I've also included some information about online classes that I have. This one's inaccurate. I have to update that. But that's, yeah, I'm going to change that. That's okay. But I'll update that. So there are some classes that you can attend and get that regular scheduled time. All right. I'm going to close that up. This is the link that you would use to join me in a Zoom help session at any of those times, okay? Course readings are here, and you'll see that there are poetry readings, short story readings, and drama unit readings. Right now, you're gonna watch me as I close these for right now. Right now, we're just working in the poetry readings. So those are the only ones that are visible to you. I will unhide the other ones as we start using them. It just makes it less confusing where you're supposed to go. Okay, this is the most important button in all of your Blackboard class. This is the weekly assignments. As you open this, you're going to see all of the weeks are going to build. Now, right now, week 1 is the only one you will see. You can see that right here, it's noted that it's hidden from students. I'm going to add these probably every Friday afternoon. I'll go in and update the information and make sure it's correct and then make that available to you. So let's go over what's in week 1. You know that in week 1 you have to do the stuff in the Start Here Week 1 Part 1 section. And I'm going to go ahead and actually rename this Week 1 Part 2 just week 1, part 2, just so that you can really navigate well. There's a little to-do list, and it reminds you of everything that I'm asking you to get done this week. And there's a week 1 quiz going over the course information, which I'll go over with you briefly here. There's a graded diagnostic essay. It's set for a 75-minute time limit because I just want a snapshot of what you can do in an hour and 15 minutes, okay? I do not want you to type this in a Word document and then upload it. I want you to go ahead and use the Blackboard space and use those 75 minutes. And I know it's not going to be the best thing you've ever written. Please take a breath. I just want to see what you can get done in 75 minutes. So just do your best, and I'll just take it as a snapshot. Okay, and then there is a graded discussion board in week 1. It's just to introduce yourself and introduce yourself to each other so that we can start some community building here. And I would like you to respond to at least 3 of your peers by Sunday. So the original initial post is due by Wednesday of the first week. And then you are to reply to 3 of your peers' posts by Sunday. Now, the reason we have the initial post due by Wednesday is so that you're not all sitting there on a Sunday night waiting for your peers to give you something to respond to, so that you have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday to respond to your peers' posts. If you don't respond to your peers' posts, you've only done half the assignment and you're only going to get half the grade. So make sure that you do both halves of the discussion board assignments, please. Okay, that's it for week 1. I do want to go over the syllabus with you very briefly. That's here in the Start Here menu. Just a couple of things from that syllabus that are really important for everyone to know. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open this, and I'm going to open it with Word. All right, so in our syllabus, I'm just going to hit a couple of the really most important things. This is an online class. It lists a textbook here, but we are not going to use it. We're going to use open source texts. Now, we're going to do a diagnostic essay. That's the assignment for this week. And then we're going to do a fiction analysis, which is a short story analysis, a poetry analysis, and a drama analysis. And we're going to have a midterm and an exit exam. Okay, so here is the breakdown for that. The poetry essay and the short story, poetry essay and the drama essay are 10%. The short story with research is 20%. The midterm and the final are 15%. Weekly assignments are 15%. Discussion boards are 15%. Attendance is 5%, and I'll tell you about that in a moment, and quizzes are 10%. Now, attendance is based on you doing work in week 1 during week 1. If you do work in week 1 during week 2, I'll go back and mark you as tardy for week 1. You didn't do the work in week 1 during week 1, but you did the work in week 1, so I'll mark you as tardy. But that would lower your grade. Okay, so make sure that you're not lowering your grade and you're getting each week's work done that week. Okay, academic integrity. I have seen people try to plagiarize by borrowing essays or buying essays, and that could get you, especially if you purchase an essay from an essay writing site, that can get you banned from online classes from Lawson. I've seen it before. Please don't do that. If you're struggling to know how to do the work, please reach out for a help session, and I'd be glad to help you do your own work. Okay. Americans with disabilities are entitled to certain accommodations. If you are an American with a disability, all you need to do is have your academic counselor send me a letter. The letter does not contain any information about the nature of your disability. It only tells you what tools you need to use to do your best work, and then I incorporate those into your Blackboard class. So if, for example, you need additional time on exams, I would simply build that into our Blackboard class, and you will have that automatically on every assignment. So that is important. Make sure that you follow up with that. You have the same rights as in-person students when it comes to the Americans with Disabilities Act. All right, I'm going to go back to, I'm going to close this document. I'm going to go back to our Blackboard class. And I want you to read that syllabus slowly and carefully and make sure that you understand it. Make sure you finish everything in the Start Here menu and everything in the weekly assignments week 1 section of our class, week 1 part 2, okay? The rest of this will start to populate next week. And again, please, please, please don't go to the activity stream. All right, I will be online at the times listed this week. So make sure that you've taken a moment to log on to one of those sessions to get to know me, to realize that I'm here to help you, and to make sure that you understand everything you need to understand to get started.